It is the frequency news. I knew it wasn't. This is Kilo 4 Papa Echo Whiskey net control for the Mount Juliet Simplex Radio Net. My name is Paul. Is there an emergency or priority traffic? Nothing heard. If there's an emergency, you already said something. I would have said something before I got on the air, that's for sure. That may be broken at any time for an emergency. If you can't call 911, go ahead and call us and we'll do it for you. Just make sure to give us your address. And that's your IP address, your home address, QTH, your what you got on. Don't put down what's on QRZ because sometimes that's a post office box. And sometimes it's wrong. For information on this net, you can watch this right now. You can at least watch my radio. It's a display on my radio. Go to YouTube, look up K4PEW, my call, Kilo 4 Papa Echo Whiskey. It should come right up. It shows as a, so it goes up a special or I don't know. But you'll see it, be right on top. And or you can go to our regular Simplex display web on the 146.415.net, 146.415.net, easy to remember. Just take a screenshot of your radio and you'll see that 146.415. To be a reminder, you can also go to groups.io, that's groups.India Oscar, and search for MJSS for Mount Juliet Simplex Society, where you can either just look at our net schedule there, or you can join our email group, which there's about, let's say, like 176 or 79 or so, 179 people maybe on that net interested in our reminders, interested in the interaction PAMs in the local community. There's even a few from outside our local community that from 2 or 3 or 4, I don't know how many. There's a handful of them around the country that are interested in our nets, just I guess to promote their own, to figure out what to do with their own. And let's see, what else we got? I'll run down my list here. Oh yeah, we conduct a net on at 8 p.m. This net at 8 p.m. every Wednesday and Saturday night on 146.415, and of course we do some other nets that show up on our net schedule. We conduct a net on 146.415, among others. The purpose of it is to have fun, figure out who we can hear, who we can't hear, find out why we can't hear squat. Of course, if you just look at your J pole sitting out on the ground or your cheap antenna laying down on the ground, that's the reason. Obviously, the higher the better the antenna, the better. The radio is not so critical. Plus, it's just that an HT can even hear things from distance if you got a good antenna. I've proven that many a time. Like I said, it doesn't hurt to have a good antenna. That's the primary thing is a good antenna up high. Where else was it? Oh yeah, that's just have fun, figure it out, and using under peer pressure. Those that can get into the net get kind of upset that I can't hear them because I can hear most people within about 45 miles. Most. I mean, if you're on an HT in some places, I'm not going to hear you. But I've heard HTs in Murfreesboro. So just depends upon the elevation and the terrain. We invite everyone to use the net to announce the amateur events and activities. The big event today is a 2-meter net here on 146.415, followed up by a 10-meter net on 28.415 upper sideband. 28.415 upper sideband. Does anyone have any other announcements for the net? Other than the Santa net that's coming up, I'll mention it. Santa net that's coming up the 24th on this frequency, as well as on Zoom, as well as on, it'll be simulcast, like I said, on this net, as well as on YouTube. So get your kids ready for December 24th for a kind of it's a fun net for kids. It's a fun presentation of Santa and its elves and other crazy things. Also, we've got the Sunday night 10-meter net, which mirrors this one, except it's at 7:30 p.m. That's on 28.415, 28.415 for those of you picky. Didn't know what I meant. And that's put on by, what's actually what they're calling it. It's been called the Mid-10 for Middle Tennessee, in case you weren't aware of that. Mid-10, 10-meter net. And it's on 28.415 as well. And that's 7:30 on Sunday night. So be sure to set your alarms for that. Get up from your after dinner nap. 7:30 p.m. Sunday night. And other nets during the week, which if you're on the schedule, the net schedule on the groups.io site, you know all about what we do. Any other announcements? Is this on? Hello? No, sure it isn't. Let's see. Tonight from this is net number 745, starting from the west. And but we're gonna check in from those short on time. Please come now. Nobody short on time? All right. Any first time check-ins? Boy, we're who else is from? Let's start from the west then. West, please come now. K4PEW radio. All right, I heard Jeff in there first. He covered you up, Michael.
I agree with all of that. Mike must not be at home. Yeah, taking it easy.
That's a good way to be. It was a nice day today. I don't know if you noticed.
Oh yeah, I was out in it. I was out in it.
Yeah, well, it wasn't unless you're, wearing, shirt. It was a comfortable day outside.
Oh, I don't wear those. I was out in it, so I was okay. I guess, I had no problems.
I'm with you. I went out front, and the first thing, I went out to get the mail, and then I noticed I noticed I had already yesterday spent the better part of a day, no, an hour or more than an hour actually, mulch, getting them all tore up instead of raking them up. And I don't have a bagger, one of those automatic baggers, and I wasn't going to rake them up a bit. It took me the better part of 90 minutes to do the front yard. There were so many leaves from the trees I had out there. And so today I went out there again, long. So I went out and spent another 45 minutes doing the lawn. So that was my big outing of the day.
Last week, but just got the ride mower, went over my yard, chopped everything up the best I could, and left it at that. Still get more leaves in from the neighbors' yards and what comes from the two trees I have in mine.
And well, there's either side of me doesn't have any trees to speak of. He's got some what do you call it? Those dogwood trees, but they're nothing. Anyway, I got the big maple. I got two big maples in the front, and I got two big maples in the back. So we got leaves coming all over. Well, anyway, good to have you in there, Jeff. I'm glad you're well. That's Whiskey Yankee 4 Golf in Madison. I also heard Michael KM4YRF, I think.
It was, and I almost forgot the net. I'm filling out some legal paperwork for Emily, and I forgot the time.
Oh, I think it was probably for your bail hearing tomorrow.
Well, I wasn't going to make that public.
Yeah. Well, cool. I'm not going to ask about that legal stuff. It's a little bogged down. I hate legal stuff. So everything else well for you?
Everything else is going along.
Must be involving the legal case about the accident, I'm guessing.
Yeah, it's
Yeah, that's even man, legal stuff and government stuff, man. That's awful.
Yeah, I know it, and it's a mess.
Well, very good. Appreciate what you do. Attend that, and you're covering for me here when you show up, or when I don't show. Let me put it back. When I don't show up, and all you do, Michael. Good to have you in there. Kilo Mike 4 Yankee Romeo Foxtrot. Who else is west?
Kilo Golf and Lima Victor, Jack and Donaldson.
Hey, Jack. Sounding good tonight. Everything good?
Everything's great. Had a good time out in the yard this afternoon.
You doing anything fancy in your vegetable garden?
No, I've got carrots and I had a hard time finding. I finally found some, but it might be too late to plant them. I don't know.
You're gonna have to call. Kale. What are you trying?
No, it's good for you.
Yeah. So is sauerkraut.
Yeah, my sauerkraut crop didn't come in this year.
Oh, did you have some cabbage?
No, I'm just teasing.
No, I'm just curious. Well, my mother used to feed me off the farm, and some of them I didn't like.
Yeah, I had
My mother would eat. I'm not kidding. Rutabagas, man. they were farm people, and they'd bring my mother rutabagas. Oh no, please, very nice.
Well, I'm not crazy about turnips. I like turnip greens, but not the turnips. So I guess that's the closest to rutabaga I've ever had.
I learned through that childhood, because of, again, the depression people that I lived with, that I could tolerate just about tolerate it because I had to.
Well, I'm the same way. Well, anyway, Paul, thanks for doing the net. We appreciate it.
Yeah, very good, Jack. Kilo Golf 4 India Lima Victor. Who else is west?
This is Tom, AO4UNA, New Hampshire.
Hey, Tom, good to hear you in there. What kind of antenna you running there?
I'm just on the little HD with the hold my arm in just the right direction.
Oh, yeah, you know, you're doing great. I can hear you. I can copy you very well because it's a HT. There's a lot of just background hash in there, you know, kind of like you used to get on a cassette recording. But then, when did you get your license?
Oh, about 2 weeks ago.
Very good. I take it you have some interest in Simplex. HT makes it a little hard.
Yeah, hopefully Santa might be good to me this year and I can get a little better setup.
So, yeah, I don't. Again, I don't advise anyone to spend money they don't have, like on credit, or I don't advise doing things budget of the household or contrary to the wishes of the wife. But the best thing you can do right now is just get a good in. The big deal because you can really hear a lot of things with that HT with a good intent.
Yep, that's first on my list.
Yeah, because you can get in you really can get into 2-meter FM or 2-meter and 70 centimeter nets, or you know that business for well, you can get a 2-meter radio for about $140. You can also get a 2-meter 70 centimeter machine for I don't know, $200, $220, somewhere in the $200, $250 range for it. Depends on what features, but yeah, you just have to be prepared to. It's not a cheap hobby.
That's right. The other hobby is photography, so I gotta pick one.
Well, photography is not cheap either. I'm sure you've looked at some of the high-end camera prices recently.
Oh yeah.
Very good, Tom. Glad to have you in there. And that's Tom, a Newham in Hendersonville, Kilo Oscar 4 Universal Hotel. Hope to hear from you soon. And you can get on our mailing list if you like, you know, to that on that groups.io site.
I'll do that.
All right, very good. And good to have you in there, Tom. That's Tom in Hendersonville. Who else is north?
AD4 KB9RKK.
Hold on, Frank. I had Charles in there from Joel. Charles.
Good evening, everyone. I got a new job, driving the dump truck.
Oh, awesome. Local driving, obviously.
That is correct.
Well, that's great. That's a big responsibility. Well, it's sure helpful. Yeah, it's a lot of weight to be on the road, isn't it?
Let's off the dump truck.
Oh, very good. Well, then you've got experience already, but this is a new truck. I take it to you.
You know, I think, and whether but I've never done dump trucks, so I just want to make sure I'm going to watch some YouTube videos. Over. I've heard of people doing that.
Yeah, I have heard that too. You just have to be careful. It's like anything else. You have a lot of precaution, a lot of just taking it easy is the rule I use.
This weather's been wacky. Hot, cold, hot, cold. Actually, we're 72 today, and we're going to go back down to 20.
Yeah, well, you learn to live with it. Hey, glad to have you in there, Charles. I'm glad you got a new job. That's Charles, Kilo Golf 4 Sierra Fox. He's Mobile today, but he normally lives up in the Joelton area. Frank, I got you, and how you doing?
Doing
good. Man, I forgot your call. I was just writing it down. What's your call again? I went blank.
RKK.
Ah, there we go. I had the first three right. I just couldn't remember the suffix on that. So how you do, Frank?
I'm doing good. can't find a tuner if my life depended on it for sale. Jeez. Not from any, traditional places, unless you buy with somebody you don't know from thousands of miles away.
You mean like a legal limit tuner?
Yeah, I'm trying to. Well, I'd like to get possible, but yeah, it's with this crunch going on. It's a lot of stuff is on.
Well, I don't remember how much the legal limit tuners you can get them for under 1,000, can't you?
I'm looking for, yeah, because the other one, like the par, the other one, what do you call it? The Pal Star or whatever. That's awesome, but $1,800 is out of the question. Ain't happening.
Man, it needs to include a tuner and a radio.
And the amplifier. No, I can't do that. $500, for used ones, and you can get new ones for about 6.5 to 7. I'm back in stock right now. All you can do is pre-order.
What are you doing now? Just lowering the power out and using the tuner you have?
On all of 20, all of 15, the higher lower half of 10, the upper edge of barely used is last. The problem is on 80, it's above 2 to 1 so the amp doesn't like anything above 2 to 1. It'll give you the warning and stuff. So I'm like, oh, okay.
Well, I'm going to give my sage advice, which is you can throw it out. I've learned the lesson more or less. Something that I really think is the best option for what I want, and I see something for less, 100 versus 1,800. I know there's a difference. I'd rather save to get the exact one I want.
Yeah, no, understood. Yeah, that's why I don't want to get. I know the manuals are ultimately better. If I was like on net or use the same frequencies all the time, I'd definitely, or I was more, be out here more often, long haul. Yeah, I'd probably say the manuals are always better with the roller inductors and everything. They're ultimately more flexible. Let's put it that way. There's a reason they exist and they're more. But I like the automatic tuner because on that particular MSJ, it actually unkeys the amp while it's and re-keys it, so that way it helps prevent, damaging it and all that. Even though there's all kinds of protection built into it, I don't like relying on the safety devices, but I don't have to.
Oh, I know. I'm with you. No, you understood what I meant, though. Yeah, you can get away with a lot less. I know with a manual tuner. In fact, I have a manual tuner right here, but I also have an auto tuner built into this radio, and I have an auto tuner that was an add-on to my 897D. And so, yeah, I like the auto tuners, but the kind of wattage you got going on is a big boom type, the operation.
Oh yeah, what I also like about the manual ones is you can actually tune them for out of band to receive things like shortwave broadcast. Tune it up a little bit. And I used to do that all the time. I used to have a 300 watt manual one, but now I have a 300 watt auto tuner and a 100 watt auto tuner. But the 100 watt that's in my Go box for field days. It's made for my ICOM. It's like a matching unit to it, and then this other one is the was it 939B, and it's worked really good. So I'm trying to get its big brother to 998. But yeah, well, I'm still looking.
Does anybody in the group that you know of has one of the MFJ auto tuners?
I don't know anybody that has one personally.
I know somebody who's got one of the MFJ auto tuners, but it's not the full. It's not the full. It's not the legal limit.
Yeah, I bought mine used at I think it was the Kentucky that I forget what it's called, Cave City. The last time they actually had one, and I got a pretty good deal on it. It was less than of a brand new one, and it was in mint condition. Guy had You know, he was missing the box. That's about it. Nice manual that he printed. It looked really nice, and it's been pretty much flawless. So, yeah, I got that one. So I was like, okay, well, you know,
Yeah, sounds good. I'm glad you got a good deal on it. Well, hey, a lot of times the pricing on used stuff can be, I'll just say prohibitive.
yeah, well, you know, here's the thing. You save money, but and I've never had to use the warranty, but you know, the one time I'll say, oh, when I'll need it.
Yeah, I'm with you. Well, very good, Frank. I'm glad you're making some big heads. But the amp's working good, the one you built, with the kit.
Oh yeah, can't really complain. You know, I just have to, you know, now I have to improve my skills of using it. You got to slow down a little bit and think about what you're doing because you don't want to overdrive it. So I've tripped let's put it this way, tripped every single kinder.
Giving it the test. Well, you ought to post some of that information in the group. They'd be interested in seeing that. I wasn't aware of that kit, so maybe some others might be interested in it too.
Yeah, sure will. I sure will. I Robin about it, and he sent me a nice email with something he's working on that's really cool. Um, let's put it this way: it's going to be more skill than building this easy kit, but and it's for VHF and stuff. Pretty interesting. And what it's based on is a commercial transmitter that was modular, which I never heard of. So it is a really cool article. But anyway, I took up enough of your time. Turn it back over to you. Give me another ticket.
Very good. That's Frank at Northwest Mount Juliet, Kilo Bravo 9. He's got a kit he put together that it's available for, I forget how much. It's not important. He'll send the information out on the group. Who else is west? Down to the south. Please come in.
W4Y.
How are you?
Pretty good. Sounds like slim pickings out there tonight.
Oh, I never worry about that one way or the other. Sometimes sometimes they're sleeping. Sometimes, let's put it this way. My first net here was just me. So it was one, a party of one. It's taken us 7 years to get up to where we average about 30 something, We've been as high as 54, I think, and as recently as low as May. So yeah, I'm not worried.
Yeah, I think you've done pretty good over the years there. Start somewhere, 1+1+1.
Well, I just give you an idea on YouTube. I don't know if you saw it on the group here on the YouTube feed, but just before the net, I just said I did a search for FM net. Those 3 words. Well, FM's not a word, but FM net. Simplex FM net. This net is the top of things on the net on the YouTube.
Wow, that's good. I hope they keep on growing.
Yeah, no, it's going good. I think we've influenced a number of other nets in the area, which I'm glad that worked out that way because and again, net not to be a giant net. I started it to just so I could meet people in the ham community. That's why it's called Mount Juliet. More than I bargained for. I got from Kentucky down to Shake Rag, Tennessee, and west over there to west and east of Monterey at one time. So it's been a lot of fun.
Oh yeah, you're up there on the Mount Juliet there for sure. Hey, I finally got that beam mess taken down, and without I was able to get my ground plane up another 10 foot. So I don't know if that made any difference or not.
Yeah, it did. You're up at bouncing between S8, maybe S9. I wasn't looking at it the whole time.
Yeah, I heard an airplane coming by here a second off the gate with a signal a little bit.
Well, yeah, right there you were solid a little bit over S8 to me. So you're doing, and you got a great. You're not that far away, being in Laverne.
Oh yeah, we're straight shot across the water there when you look at the map. Back out here and let you carry on. W4Y, Mike and Laverne.
Yeah, very good. That's Mike, as he said, in Laverne. Whiskey. Great signal. Who else is Sal?
Care.
Hello, Mr. Santa Man. How you doing?
Ground.
Well, can you prove it?
Yeah, but I got parts on back order. Amazon here sometime, probably the second Tuesday of next week.
Awesome. Yeah, but they're going to be coming.
No, I get mine through a black market deal in Tijuana.
Yeah. You're old enough to remember, I think, the whole Earth catalog.
Oh yeah.
That was the first big I saw for what they advertised it as, like gray market or black market. I don't even know if they all talked about it that way. Everything on the planet.
Absolutely. And tonight's sponsor is Aunt Mimi's remover cream.
I know some people who need that.
Well, so you'll have nice smooth.
Cool. All righty. We'll just leave that alone. I'm sure it's a big seller. All right.
I have no idea. Yeah, and don't forget the Santa Net coming Christmas Eve. Yes, on Christmas Eve at 7 o'clock, right here on the mighty 146.415.
The infamous.
That too.
All right, very good, Tony. That's Tony. He is the producer, and this is the 20th year of the Santa Net. Tennessee. It's simulcast here on 146.415 on Zoom, and obviously on the YouTube feed. Tony. Who else is South?
KM4TMQRP.
Oh, wow. QRP is to you is what? 50 watts?
5 watts. I run this ICOM 9700 and my other HF rig on a battery with a charger hooked up. And either my battery or my charger has decided to crap out on me, so I'm reducing power dramatically to prevent having an excessive voltage drop and risk dropping the radio out. So I thought I'd see if you can hear me. It's 9700 set at 5%. How copy?
Oh, great copy. You're doing S5 here with 5 watts, so in awesome audio. It's not as good as it is when you're running 100 watts or 50 watts, but doing just fine. So the power supply got tired of pushing that signal all the way up the tower?
Well, it's not a power supply. It's just a battery, kind of like an automotive type battery, except it's smaller. And years, I bet I've had this thing 10 years, and I think it may have finally decided to crap out on me. So in the meantime, run with low power, and I'm surprised I'm getting across the street. But anyway, I'll get it. It may have been my charger crapped out on me. I'm not sure which. It just happened about 30 minutes ago, so I hadn't really had much what's what. But anyway, just wanted to throw the hat in there and give you another number and see if you can hear me on 5 watts for being there as always, and I'll back out and let you continue on. K4PEW, and good evening to the rest of the bunch.
Very good. Well, with that antenna and that height, I'm willing to bet you could do the same test I did a couple of years ago. I took my Kenwood HT, and the low, it's called it says EL. I don't know what it stands for, extra low, or I don't know. It's just low. But on the battery, and people were copying me 12, 15 miles away with this antenna, but on less than a half a watt, less than a quarter watt.
Yep. It's amazing what you can do. Sometimes things will surprise you.
Yeah. Oh no, I was surprised by that. Really, that make it up the wire that far to get on the antenna. It just seems funny that what your perception is, but it worked great. Anyway, that's Tom. He's in Rockville. Kilo power, 5 watts from his antenna is 80 feet in the air, and the top of it's about 100 feet in the air, so he gets out real good.
Kilo Echo 4 Sierra Yankee Victor.
Got all your remodeling done there, did you, Larry?
Well, I'm back in the radio.
Is that a lot of work for the radio?
Yeah, rebuilt it.
Oh wow! Did you put it back again or the same?
Oh, it's better. And if my neighbor needs help, I can relay for him.
I'm sure he doesn't. As you know, though, even at 5 watts, he's probably knocking your speaker off the wall.
Hey, Larry, if you would you please come over here and help in my radio, please? I'm a non-smoker. How did you get back with the ball? KE4SYV?
Yeah, very good. Well, that's down the road from Tom. Kilo Echo 4 Sierra Yankee Victor. Who else, Sal?
KI4SIV, KI4SOR. Hello.
Hey, hold on. I heard two people in there, but Richard was in there first. Hang on. I think that was Carl, I think. Richard won. And what's going on, Richard?
Not a lot. Been a long week today, and I'm glad Friday, and I ain't got to fool with nothing till Monday. So I'm done. Carry on, to do it, continuing, all the rest. And I'll shut up and get out of the way. Take care. Have a great night. Good to hear my voice. KI4S, I'll be back.
All right, that was Richard, KI4SIB, and his bride, KI4SOR, just west of downtown Lebanon. Did I hear Carl in there? I heard somebody in there just a second ago.
KO4TGX, John and Mount Juliet.
Ah, wrong person. I thought I missed. I was going by the voice, not the.
Yeah, well, just passed my general test on Saturday, so thanks to the bunch for keeping me motivated. How does it sound?
It sounds a little muffled. I'm not sure what. How did you change it?
It's a new design, but it's a lower antenna, just because I didn't have time to get it up higher. It's not only about 20 feet up, but a little small vertical.
Well, it's doing pretty good. I mean, it's. I wasn't looking at that. One more time. Go out your call. Let me look at the meter again.
KO4TGX, John and Mount Juliet.
Yeah, very good, John. No, you're doing 20 over to me, but you're not that far away. And so you're doing great. Although the microphone sounds a little, like I said, it sounds a little muffled. The signal's great, but the audio is a little muffled.
I mean, this is much as you expect microphone. It's not that great.
Okay, well, that's probably what explains it. You're right. But everything else going well for you in the hobby?
Yeah, well, learning a lot. Thanks, Paul.
Very good. That was Kilo Oscar 4 Tango Golf X-Ray, a brand new general. We did that Saturday, right, Tom?
That's Saturday.
Yeah, I said Tom. I meant John. Well, very good, John. I'm glad you passed, and now you got to push onward and upward to get that extra. Hope you are looking forward to do that. General's enough, but enough to have all kinds of fun, but extra gives you everything. Anyway, that was John here in Mount Juliet. That's Kilo Oscar 4 Tango Golf X-Ray. Who else is East? Hello, Eddie.
Yeah, hope everybody's doing okay. Hope they had a good day. It was a nice day to be outside. And thanks for doing that all the time, Paul. You're doing a great job.
Yeah, that and $4 would get me a cup of small coffee at over there at Starbucks.
There you go. I'd buy you a crystal or two anytime.
Yeah. Bill, Whiskey 4 Echo Bravo X-Ray. This is the first regular check-in instead of an early check-in you've done in a couple of weeks. So you must be no move.
Not right now. There might be someone on or a few.
Eddie in Gladeville. Whiskey 4 Echo Bravo X-Ray. Who else is East?
Okay, I'm worried, Huey.
There, but Stan certainly won. How are you, Stan?
Doing well, Paul. How about you?
I'm doing great. I couldn't be much better. I'd be better if my wife actually worked a normal shift because she's never here in the evening. So she leaves at 5:30 at night. So I'm stuck
maybe that's a good thing, or maybe it's a bad thing.
Oh, it's both good and bad. It's time away from her when she's here, on those days like Thursday and Friday are days off. And Postal Service is a cruel.
Yeah, it sounds like they're going to be pretty busy this time of year.
Oh yeah, it is. Very good, Stan. Anything else?
That's all, Paul. Back to that K4HQE.
Very good. That's KM4HQE. Stan, downtown Lebanon. Who else is east?
K4TJF.
I think I heard Rich in there. Richard. Well, Rick. I got a Rick and a Rich. How are you, Rick?
I'm doing well. Sorry, man. I'm just short on time here, so I just want to check in real quick.
All right. We don't have rules.
I know, but that's what I'm saying. I got to jump in there and let it be known.
Everything going well?
Everything's going fine, Paul. Hope the same with you. And you got to quit that breaking leaves all the time, man. That stuff will kill you.
And it was it's like mowing leaves. It's not fun. Just keep going over the same territory 50 times and chew up a whole tank of gas. It's not very.
Yeah, I get it. I got 5 acres of trees, so I'm with you on that.
Oh, I don't envy you at all. Very good. That's Rick. He's over there in Ashland City. Well, near Ashland City, I should say. Kilo November 4 Tango Juliet Foxtrot. Did I hear Rich in there from out in the middle of nowhere?
Yeah. Yes, sir, Paul. How you doing tonight there, bud?
Doing great. Your signals are good. Again, good tonight. The winter time must be good for your signal.
Well, let's hope so. Good cloudy night, keep the radio signals down.
How many check-ins from your neck of the woods up there?
I don't believe there's more than 2 or 3 kids in Hartsville.
I'll have to look that up. I bet you there's more. They're just not getting on the air. Same thing here. There's a whole bunch of hams in Middle Tennessee that you can tell they don't get on the air by the number of lookups they have on QRZ.
I hear you, Paul. Well, it's going to be a bad flip for 3 or 4 nights here, so maybe Saturday night if I think of it. I'll try checking in again. Back to you, Paul. Have a good evening.
All right. Hope to hear from you, Rich. That's Rich in Hartsville. Good signal out of Hartsville. Kilo, Charlie 2, Lima, Foxtrot, Tango. Rich. Who else is east? Anybody else east? East or north?
WB0LO, marking Northwest Wilson.
I understand you had a decent lunch today with Robin.
Yeah, I did. Had a breakfast, actually. He made me get up at 9:30 to meet him, and that was the compromise.
That's more like a brunch, 9:30. If you
No, I had to be someplace at 9:30. That's guys,
Oh, I know. I'm familiar with the problem. I don't like getting up that early either. I mean, I'm not going to give you my better than that, but I get up at usually 9:30, 10 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah. But routine with COVID, with no place to go and no reason to get up, no reason to go to bed until morning. So we've been watching Mannix and Cannon and Twilight Zone and.
Well, I always liked Mannix, except how did he survive getting thrown out of every car in every show?
And he also gets bumped on the back of the head and knocked out in every show. I don't know. I don't think it's real.
No, I don't think so. No, it was a fun.
Yep, it was. And it's fun to watch the old shows. And I enjoy those. I like looking at all the old cars, and you can just about tell what time frame it is by whether he's driving a Lincoln or a Ford or whatever. Oh, man.
Hey, Richard, go ahead.
tonight and stronger on me tonight than you've been.
I don't know, must be the weather. It is a different radio I've been playing with. It's a V71. But I don't know, Richard. I guess if it sounds good, it sounds good.
Sounds excellent. No fault with it at all. It's just a lot stronger than I was custom hearing you. Carry on. Just wanted to make a comment. Carry on. Take care and 7-3.
All right, Richard. And Mark, I've got my wife and I like the Columbo series so much. She bought the entire DVD set.
Oh my. That's a whole lot of one more thing.
It just the character is perfect, and that's why we like it.
Yeah. Well, those were good shows, and they were good actors in those days, and they were well written. And one thing last night when Perry Mason came on, it was season 1, episode 25, and we're not done with it. And a season nowadays is what, 8 or 10 shows?
Oh yeah, I think it was like 35 or 37 shows, wasn't it?
I don't know for sure, but I know it was a lot. I mean, those folks earned their money.
Well, yeah, and they were making a lot less. In passing, I saw this thing about a hockey player back in. He was given, his salary was $8,000 a year. Now they're making $80,000 each game.
Oh yeah, their dentists get more than 8,000 a game.
Well, very good, Mark. Yeah, your radio does sound good, and I'm glad you got to the bottom of that little motorboating sound. That's a great fix. Anyway, that's Mark. Whiskey Bravo Zero, November, Oscar in Northwest Wilson. Who else is north?
Kilo Echo 4, Romeo Victor, Quebec.
Hello, Brent. You doing well?
Doing good, Paul. Made it to Chattanooga and back, and that's what we had to get done. Had a little financial shock when I tried to buy some ammunition for my shooting tomorrow, but other than that, it's all good.
Was it a local buy, was it?
Yeah, there's some skinning going on when it comes to ammo.
Yeah, I found it.
I don't know, there's skinning there too. 38 specials are really expensive right now.
Well, for some reason, I've heard that before, that 38 specials are a little shorter supply.
Yeah, it's not short. I split a box with $50 for a box.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I think you can just buy a 22.
Unfortunately, the state, when you recertify for your guard license, they only allow a 38, 9mm, 40 caliber, 45.
Is that right? And when you say the Guard, that's the National Guard?
No, security guard license.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I forgot about that. They require that.
Yeah, Bill Lee's trying to do away with it. I hope he gets it because, quite frankly, this state with money for doing nothing.
Do you have a problem with your push to talk? Because it bounces in and out a little bit.
My mouth.
Oh, okay. Very good. He's trying to do away with the recertification every year?
Yeah, they're talking about it. Decommission quite a few of the things that come under commerce and insurance.
Huh. But don't police certify to a point, re-qualify every year? I'm not sure about that. I'm just asking.
No, it's 40 hours. 40 hours a year of training.
For the police?
Yeah, that's for the police, and they're talking about having.
That's still a fair amount, though, 40 hours.
Yeah, it's a week of your life.
Yeah, and it's on your time, too, I think.
Absolutely is. Plus, if you're in private security, it's on your nickel as well.
It is important, though. I don't want to minimize the importance of that safety thing, especially after somebody on a movie set gets killed,
That's a horse of a whole different color. That's somebody that shouldn't even been handling guns.
Yeah, I know. Hey, yeah, what? really sad event to have somebody killed. It's just really, really ugly. It's not like children playing with a gun either. These were adults.
Yeah, to say the least, that's an adult that wants to pull every legal gun away from people too. So the guy that it happened to said people are too incompetent to have a gun, and look who shoots somebody.
Yeah, well, I'm not saying it couldn't happen to a nicer guy. I feel bad for him due to his ignorance. And I mean that in the nicest and in the worst way, because part of what's required if you have a handgun in your hands.
Well, secret of a handgun or any kind of firearm, remember they're always loaded.
Oh yeah, no, I know the drill. I really do. We were trained that in the Navy. Very good, Brent. Yeah, I don't want to belabor that one, but I'm glad things are going well for you. Anything else?
No, it's great, Paul. It's great to see you, and I will talk to you the next time I get a chance.
All righty, that was Brent. He's in Northwest Wilson. Kilo Echo, Romeo Victor, Quebec. Who else is north or anywhere? Anybody? Any place?
Kilo Delta 4, Charlie Victor Echo for Yankee, Bill.
Hold on, Bill. You got beat out by Greg up there in Ann. Greg, you doing okay?
I'm doing good. I just gave my brother a box of 38 specials, but it's not worth something nowadays.
Hey, Brent, you still there? How much were the 38s per round? Oh, he must have dropped. Oh, he said that they were pretty high. I forget how much he said it. I think he wanted to say $60 a box.
Oh, no way.
Yeah, it was $30 for wad cutters, and they for the box of 100 they wanted $60.
I think I paid $13 for a box of 50 when I got, and this has been sitting around forever in my house. That's why I gave it to him.
Yeah, there's no reason for them to be this high.
I don't know what the deal is. What do you is it somebody hoarding things?
No, it's a man-made problem to justify getting rid of things.
It might be. I don't know. I know they also, I heard here within the last couple of months that, I forget whether it was the Trump administration or the Biden administration now, they stopped the importation of certain calibers of Russian ammo.
Yeah, that was because they're unstable.
Oh, is that the reason they did it?
Yeah, there's people that are putting them in guns and the guns are exploding.
Oh, other than that, they're okay, aren't they?
Yeah, if you want to self-destruct.
Oh, very good. Great. So you did somebody a favor with the 38 specials.
Yeah, that's my brother, and I rarely see him. It's been sitting around. So the problem is I acquired a 22, so now I need to get some ammo for that.
Well, fortunately, 22 ammo is pretty cheap.
Good, and I just need a little short rimfire.
Yeah, those are fine. I got the 22 long rifles, and they're great. I even got the, I guess I'll call them hollow points. I'm not sure they call them that in 22 because they're awful tiny.
Now, a revolver, will that take the longer one?
I'm not sure. Just take a look, though, on the revolver specs if it's made for 22 long rifle.
Yeah, I should check that out because it looks like it might.
Cool. Yeah, but it's always best to check manufacturer specifications.
Yeah, and the short will be cheaper just for plinking.
Oh, yeah. No, 22s are like, they feel like a toy. They feel like a BB gun after you shoot a 45 or a 38.
Absolutely.
Well, very good. Anything else for the net there, Greg?
Now, I'll try to check in on the next net with the different rig I pulled out of the closet. We'll see if it works.
Awesome. Look forward to it. That was Greg in Antioch, Kilo Delta 4, Charlie Victor Echo. I think I heard Bill in there.
He's still around.
Yeah, very good. How are you doing tonight? Okay?
Oh, yeah, getting along all right.
Doing like somebody told me, like, doing good for an old guy, right?
Yeah, that's true. Very true.
Well, you're a little bit old, well, you're a few years older than me, but I used to think that somebody my age, 72 going on 73, that was an old man. And now that I'm an old man, I don't really feel like a really old man.
Well, once you reach 80, you slow down a lot more yet.
Oh yeah, no, I've noticed that to some degree at 72. That I don't have the stamina or the strength I used to have, which stands to reason. You get older, and I'm starting to have little health problems here and there. So yeah, I know exactly what you're talking
Well, you just got to keep going, even though it's a slow pace. Just keep plugging away.
about. Oh yeah, no, I'm with you. It's not magical. I mean, it's just life. I mean, it's life as you take
Yeah, we hope it goes on for a while yet.
it. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I'm hopeful. My mother lived into her 93rd year, so maybe I got 20 years left.
Well, I just don't want to be cooped up in a nursing home and not doing nothing.
I feel the same way you do, and I was just talking to my wife. My mother-in-law died here in our home a couple years ago, and the ravages of Alzheimer are, well, they're just not good. I mean, it's the last thing I'd hope for anybody.
Well, the worst of nursing home takes all the money that you saved for 40 years, let's say.
Oh yeah, well in this case though, we took care of her in our own home, and so we weren't worried about the costs really. We could have easily put her in a nursing home, but I don't think you get the loving care in a nursing home you get in my house.
Around here, they're $8,000 to $12,000 a month.
Oh boy, yeah, that's. Oof, I don't even care who you are. That's a lot.
Yeah, there's no way, regardless of what you got, interest could ever handle it.
Yeah, that's rough. Well, on the better, and hope you're doing well. Otherwise.
Oh, I can't really complain. I'm just happy I've got what I've got.
Oh yeah, no, you better. That's a good. I say you better. It's better to be content with what you have. Otherwise, some people end up very bitter because they see what other people have and say, "Man, he's got that and I don't, and that's terrible, and that's no way to live." You got to be happy with what you got.
Well, we've never had a lot of money to live too fancy anyway. So.
Yeah, I'm with you. Well, you probably had the same issue I did. I grew up with people. My parents were products of the Depression, and we did not have any extras in the house. Let's put it that way.
Well, like I said before, probably some days you wondered if you was going to have any breakfast.
I didn't have that problem growing up in the 50s. You probably did in being a little older than me that there was issues, with just stuff. You weren't, so I didn't have, we didn't have a lot of stuff. I mean, I didn't know we were relatively poor. I just knew that some people had more than I did.
I think we had good friends. We just didn't have any money.
Oh yeah, no, I'm with you. Well, very good, Bill. Good to hear from you. That's November Yankee Bill, and he's in what you call it in Murfreesboro. Who else is any place anywhere?
TWI.
You at home tonight, there, Wes?
Yeah, I've been here the whole time. I've just been distracted by other stuff.
Oh no, I just was your signal sounds real good. I just wonder if you were transmitting from down there near Watertown.
Oh yeah, you're at S4.
Yeah, very good. I just can't, did you change things that much that, because there was a time when your signal was just so good, now it's almost never marginal.
I raised the antenna 10, 15 feet to the top tip. But even when I had the beam pointed directly at you, it was 15 feet lower. Height, the view of the horizon makes all the difference.
Oh yeah, I'd forgotten that you had raised that whole thing up. But it's a perfect explanation. That's why another illustration of height is king, just king. Um, um, you haven't got the king of antennas up there either for 2 meters. It's just a normal 2 meter antenna. Well, GP9 is a darn good one. I forgot that's what it was. GP9 rivals I think in the same specs, the Diamond X510, I believe.
I've had this antenna 19 years, so it's done well.
Get your money's worth out of that one. Think how good you'd do with an X700.
Oh,
If I could, I would. But no, you're going to have to get a tilt-over tower for me to do that. Very good, Wes. Good to have you. Tango Whiskey India. He's just north of Watertown. Who else is any place anywhere?
KG4 CXC Kristen Dawson.
Juliet X-ray, Jamie and Bethpage.
Hey, Jamie, hold on 1 second. I had Chris and Donaldson covered you up mostly. What's up?
Hey, Paul, how are you?
I'm doing fantastic. For what day is today? Wednesday. See, when you're retired, I have to actually think about what day it is.
Yeah, I know when the weekend comes around, I know when the week starts. Those are the days that I know.
No, that's funny because my wife has over the years, even she is in a mode where because she has Thursday and Fridays off. Usually to work Thursday or Friday, depending upon what the schedule, or work straight through because of the schedule at the work. And so, she doesn't remember because I go, hold on, let me check.
Yeah, it's crazy how you can get lost on that stuff. You know, just where are we? What are we doing? Oh yeah.
Yeah, well, when you have regular days and regular hours, it's a lot different. If you got a job and it's fairly routine, it's not too hard to keep track. But anyway, everything going well for you?
Busy and I'm trying to take as much downtime as possible and doing work.
I'm hearing somebody else in there, but I don't know who. That's not you, obviously. Anyway, that's Chris. Kilo Golf 4 Charlie, X-Ray Echo, and Donaldson. Give me a call again. I forgot.
Yes, it's KR4AZ. Kilo Juliet X-ray.
I'm sorry. It's K04 Kilo Juliet X-Ray.
Yes, that's right. And I guess you could say the base antenna. It's a GP3. It's a commercial antenna on a little 30-foot mast at the back of the barn. Kind of compared to usually. I don't know if you can even tell me that.
I'd have to go back and listen myself. I don't recall, but you sound very. Even though you've only got an S3 or so, well, not even S3. It was about an S2. Is there? Might have been bouncing up to S3, but your audio is fine. Fully read everything.
Oh, very good. Yeah, the reason I ask is, you're not pegging the S meter as well as you usually do. When I say usually, I'm usually on my little homemade. I know that's not a very good answer, but for whatever reason, it seems to work pretty well. I know positioning is part of it, but I just have it, not too far from here, not too much higher. Why this one isn't listening quite as well as J-Pole is doing.
That could very well be a function. I mean, do you have a way to read your SWR on your antennas that you made?
Yeah, I've got one of those little. It seems to be fairly resonant. It's a decent SWR, but this commercial antenna, it's a GP3, Comet GP3. It's a good antenna. It's very, obviously resonant.
Yeah, resident. I don't remember what the specs are on a GP3, but obviously a GP3, based upon what I know the GP9 specs are for gain, is GP3 is down there more like GP9 is like an 8.3. I'm guessing the GP3. I'll have to look it up. It's probably down there as a 3 or a 4 dBi gain, which is considerably less, and obviously you're not going to get the same performance out of it as you would a GP9.
Yeah, for sure. And I think gain is to some extent, a bit of an enemy where I'm at because of the little bowl that I live in. Too much gain, actually, I think lowers the takeoff angle a little bit too much and just drives it straight into the hillsides here.
Yeah, I've heard similar stories about that. I don't have that issue here just due to my height, my elevation. But elevation is king, though, as you know.
I'm certainly a believer. So anyway, I appreciate you doing the net again. See you again.
Very good. That was Jamie and Bethpage. Kilo Oscar 4 Kilo Juliet X-ray. I did hear you in there, Tim. Where you been?
Man, sitting right here.
KR4AZ. No, I've been just got in from our small running here. Time to check in a little bit, but it's been not quite making it. Saturday, just everything else. There's a lot of other stuff going on, so I wanted to try to get in here for sure. You been doing all right?
Oh yeah, no. At this household, I'm holding down the house while the wife's working.
Go get her, pick her up, take her, and go get her, huh?
Oh no, she she does the routine stuff. She did under certain circumstances. She'd like to be trained. I said, sure, I'll be happy to take you. No big deal. Down there in that part of town, it's a little night. It's a little rough. North of the airport. Excuse me. Yeah, north of the airport on Donaldson Pike, and town is a lot of, I'll just say, ne'er-do-wells.
Yeah, I know. I was messing with you. That was an old joke from way back. The wife working, dude staying at home. It's a man. He said, "I'm a go-getter. I'll take her to work."
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, no. Well, I had that. The short story is I was laid off, or I don't forget what the deal was exactly. A couple of months went by before I got another job because it was limited and I didn't want to move. But I could have moved and got a decent job. Didn't want to do that. So I been off work, and by that time I'm calling on people and I'm taking my time more or less, and I'm getting coffee, going to um, the gym. And he goes, "How's it going?" I go, "How's the job on?" I go, "Well, if it goes on much longer, I'm gonna have to get my wife."
Yeah, I've heard that too. Well, I'm glad you're doing all right. I hope everybody else on the net here is doing okay. So I'll let you get back in, Paul. I know y'all got another you're going to, I think, but I don't have nothing to see which direction y'all going. Y'all going to 10 meters or you going to 6?
No, tonight's 10 meters on 28.415 upper side.
Yeah, I don't have an antenna for that. That's another thing on my wish list to get something up for that. Maybe one of these days. Anyway, Paul, I'll let you go, buddy, and enjoy it. And hope everybody that's been on this having a good evening. And we'll talk to you later. KR4AZ clear. Back then.
Yeah, very good. That's Tim in Murfreesboro with a big signal. That's Kilo Romeo 4 Alpha Zulu. Anybody else? Any place, anywhere?
KB4, KO4 DFA, John Hermitage.
Hold on, John. That's KO4 DFA. Heard who did I hear in there first? Oh, Tom. There you are. How you doing, Tom?
Very well. Just in and out here on the net tonight. Say good. Keep it up. Doing good.
Very good. That's Tom, and he's in Martha. Kilo Bravo 4. Heard John here. Oh, I say here over in Hermitage. Kilo Oscar 4 Delta Foxtrot Alpha. How you doing, John?
Oh, pretty good, Paul. Just radio still, and I figured I'd jump in while I'm mobile grabbing some drive-through.
Yeah, as they say, can't dance, and it's too.
That's definitely me. 2 left feet.
You can do the music, but not the dance, huh?
Two-way dancer. Let's just put it that way.
All right. Richard, did you have something in there?
I said it's too windy to stack BBs too.
Good. So you're mobile, are you, John?
Yeah, I was just, we meet every Wednesday to a group of people, and we just wrapped up, and now I need to eat. So I'm over here at the Chick-fil-A on Old Hickory.
Oh, awesome. The one I got to find that. I've been in the Nashville area for 10 years, almost, and I have never had the hot chicken. Here, there's another chicken place here in this area that sells, I don't know which one, it's Zaxby's maybe? I don't know. It's one of the chicken places.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of the hot chicken. That was like my second meal when I got into town. My buddy turned me on and I go full spicy. I mean, not the hottest of the hot, but I'll go close.
No, I'm not in mouth on fire chicken.
Well, I wish I could be there for the upper side band tonight, but I'll be in transit. So I'll say signing off 73s and have a.
Yeah, very good, John. That's John. Kilo Oscar 4 Delta Foxtrot Alpha. Normally it is QTH in the Hermitage, but is mobile tonight, picking up. Who else? Anybody? Any place? Who else was in there? Anybody?
Kilo Charlie 9 Echo Tango Sierra Paul North Mount Juliet.
Oh, you tonight, huh?
No, I figured I'd be here on the microphone.
No, you sound good. Everything.
Yeah, very good. Enjoying our little warm up here. Other than that, getting ready to trek back up to Thanksgiving.
Oh, you just want to go up to Kenosha for the riots. I know that.
Oh, I'll be going clear around there.
Which area?
Not far. Waukesha, just north of there. But I know the area. All that happened and went down the way that it did and caused all the fuss. But there's also some Mars Seas castles right over there too.
Well, you can't blame the area or the city. It's just crap happens, man.
Yeah, it sure does. It's too bad it escalates and gets carried away. But hopefully, I don't know. Hopefully, we don't run into any of that stuff.
Nah, I doubt it. But I'm trying to think. What the name of the town you're going to? Where are you going?
I'm going way up north. A little town called Three Lakes up by Eagle River. Kind of almost up in the UP.
Wow, that's way up there.
Oh yeah, it's a bit of a trek, but yeah, it's fine. We'll see if we get any snow this year up there.
Oh, it'll be cold, I'm sure.
Yeah, it always is. This time of the year is a little weird though, because it's not cold enough that the lakes are frozen and you can't snowmobile or do any of the fun stuff. But it's good to see family.
Yeah, well, the lakes, because of large bodies of water, as you know, they tend to moderate the temperature until it really gets cold.
Yeah, and it's better if it gets really cold before it snows, because the last couple of years they froze a little bit and then they got a lot of snow and then they don't really freeze because the snow insulates them.
Oh yeah, I don't know. Yeah, as you probably know, I lived up there on the east end of Lake Erie, and just south of Lake Ontario and just north of Lake Erie.
Yeah, you know what cold is?
Yeah, it's again. Let's put it this way: if you live in northern Minnesota, it's worse, much worse.
Yeah, Minnesota's bad. UP is pretty cold. They get a lot more snow. They get the lake effect snow. UP will get several feet of snow. It's kind of fun up there.
Well, it's fun if you do enjoy winter sports, absolutely.
Especially fun if you don't live there.
Yeah, very good. Yeah, all right, Paul, let me go. That's Kilo Charlie 9 Echo Tango Sierra here in Mount Juliet. Pray for him. He's here in Mount Juliet. Who else? Anybody, any place, anywhere? Lollygaggers, lurkers, sandbaggers? Yeah, once I mentioned that, nobody wants to talk. All righty, then 29 seconds. We're kind of on an average here of 29 to 32, somewhere in that range. I don't really keep stats on it. I just know that that's where we're. We're moving over to 28.415 upper sideband. Unless I hear somebody complain. Nothing heard. We're going to move over to 28.415 upper sideband. Let me jump over there on the radio and get this dog off my lap. Right. K4 PEW with the Mount Juliet Simplex Radio Net, looking for check-ins from the west on 28.4. Did I hear somebody in there? One more time, please. Wow. I don't know who that is. Can anybody copy that station? I got nothing. Email me, k4pew@awrl.net. Yeah, I wear headphones for this and that. That one I might be able to hear that, but it is very low. I mean, right down there in the noise. Who else is west? Yeah, conditions stink tonight. You're normally much better than that, Greg. Oh, I can tell it's you, and I can copy most, 90% of it. It's just really low signal and audio. Yeah, very good. What's my signal to you? All right, very good. No, you're way down than I remember ever hearing you on 10 meters. Well, anyway, let me move on. Who else? That was Kilo Delta 4 Charlie Victor Echo in yeah, that's where he is. Who else is south or west? South. Hey, Jack, boy, for 10 meters, is my signal that bad to you? Oh, so yours, no, I can copy it fine, but it's just very low comparatively because normally 10 meters, you blow me away. Ah, very good. Thanks for the relay on that. I'm sorry, Jeff, I didn't hear you, but now I've got you in there. Whiskey Yankee 4 Golf in Madison. That's who it was. Normally I can, if it's loud enough, the voice, I normally can tell who it is. Anyway, good to have you in there, Jack. Yeah, conditions really stink tonight. That was Jack Kilo Golf 4 India Lima Victor in anybody else west or south? Please come on. West, south, or east? And now.
Kilo Bravo 9, Romeo Kilo.
Ah, we're good. Good. I heard you in there, big signal, but the rest of them really are bad.
Yeah, they were lower than normal. But here's what's crazy. I heard better today than I normally do.
Oh, that's some weird conditions, huh? You're not that far from me that it should be that significant.
Low, I can't hear them. But today is pretty good.
Oh, that's wild because you're a good signal as always to me, but Jack was much lower. I mean, he was probably 1/4 or worse to me than he normally.
Yeah, 10 meters, I'm not a good gauge. With this antenna being end-fed and weird with all the lobes, it's not a good gauge.
Yeah. Greg, are you still on frequency down in Antioch? Okay, I can hear you a little better. Are you copying Frank okay down in Antioch?
Kilo Bravo 9, Romeo Kilo.
I just wanted to see how it was, if you were me, and obviously you're doing well. Which way is that antenna pointed, that end fin?
Well, it's kind of bent, so it's going northeast, southeast, and then north and south.
Ah, okay. Just covering all your bases.
It's not good to the, for HF, it's not too good to the east. To Asia, it's really hard, but South America and, Africa and some in Eastern, Western Europe, no problem.
I got it. Very good. That's Frank in Northwest Wilson, Northwest Mount Juliet, Kilo Bravo 9, Romeo Kilo. Who else is any place?
Zero,
know. I think Frank covered me up.
I'm guessing he did. Your signal's good though. It's just that his is overpowering.
You ought to hear it over here.
Oh, he's loud enough to me to satisfy me quite well.
Yeah. A mile and a half for me or something. He just blasts me out.
Yeah, well, it has good points and its bad points, but you wouldn't be having a net with him anyway. Normally, on 10 meters, you'd be over there on 2 meters, or you could be on 70 centimeter handheld.
Yeah, or 1296.
Ah, that's right. I don't know if he has 12. Does he have? You got 1296, Frank?
But my antenna,
I got you. Well, very good, Mark. That was Whiskey Bravo Zero November Oscar Mark in Northwest Wilson. Who else is any place anywhere? Yes, your signal is down too there, Paul. Like I said, this is lower than I think I've ever heard you on 10 meters, but I am able to copy you. I mean, like I said, if I was wearing headphones, I'd be much better off, but routine. Anyway, that was Paul here in Mount Juliet, Kilo Charlie 9 Echo Tango Sierra. Who else is any place anywhere?
Whiskey Bravo 4 Yankee William Victor. I'm thinking that right.
Was that Whiskey?
Yankee William Victor, Clyde.
Hey, Clyde, how you doing tonight?
Oh, doing fine. Can't get no tail here, so I hope I can. But just like, I pretty close. Like,
Yeah, you're doing. Your signal's pretty good, from where you are here in the area. But I don't know, Mark. How are you copying Clyde here in Mount Juliet?
I'm not.
Okay, well, I'm hearing him, so he's apparently closer to me in a better position. But Clyde, I don't remember exactly where you are. I'm saying Mount Juliet, but I don't think that's where you are.
Oh, you live close to Speedway over in Mount Juliet, close to 109 near the interstate.
Oh, it's closer to.
Yeah, don't hear him at all.
Okay, yeah. No, he's not. I get a good copy, but it's not a real big signal. Clyde, that's Clyde here over by 109 in Mount Juliet, Whiskey Bravo 4, Yankee Lima Victor. Anybody else? Any place, anywhere? Well, very good. We'll wrap it up then. We had a total of 8 here on. We've had worse and we've had better, but I'm glad everybody was able to check in. Appreciate all your help and checking in. You help other people, not just me. You don't help me understand better how their signals are coming and going. Anyway, this is K4PEW closing on this.
Heard them over here, so.
Oh, you were here in Clyde, okay?
Yeah, no problem at all. In fact, I heard a bunch of people